Hey guys, Shadow here, and in this video I will give you some explanation about resources and expeditions in the game. I will also explain how my upcoming expedition guide videos will work. Before I start explaining, pay attention to the video because I'm already showing the path you need to follow in order to gather all the resources in the fastest possible time on this island, which is Aulric's Refuge. The main and fastest way to gather resources in Dauntless is to complete the expeditions, and while doing that, to gather all the resources on the given island that you do the expedition. You can also gather resources while doing any other pursuit or patrol, but doing expeditions will give you a bit of a bonus resources, and you can also choose which island to go on if you find it fast or easy for you. You can also do easier expeditions with higher end gear in order to be faster, and you can use the easier expeditions to practice playing other weapons or complete challenges which you are struggling with doing at the end game content. I would like to remind everyone that the game is in open beta, which means that with the time and new updates there will be new resources and craftables added to the game. When this happens, I will try to respond as fast as possible and update any island expedition guide to include the new changes. I will be doing the expedition islands in an order from easiest to hardest based on the behemoths you encounter there. Each video will contain a bit of commentary and information as well as ratings for the island, followed by footage of the fastest way I have found to gather all the resources on the island. The islands will include the following ratings: speed rating, which is how fast you can complete it; resource rating, which is how much resources can you get from the island; difficulty rating, how difficult finishing off the behemoths can be; overall rating, which is the final rating compared to other islands. Highest rating will be a 5 and lowest will be a 1. For speed, it will be from fast to slow, resources will be from high amount to low amount, difficulty will be from easy to hard. I would like to explain to you one final thing. Resources currently spawn in what I call resource zones, and each zone can have from 1 to 5 pieces of the same resource. Resource zones do not change for the island. What this means is that if a zone spawns dash leaf, it will always spawn dash leaf, and you will always find at least one dash leaf there. The same applies for the stones and every other gatherable resource in the game. The only thing I'm waiting to confirm with someone from the developers is whether the maximum number per zone is 5 or higher. Most zones go up to 5 resources per zone, but sometimes I have seen 6, 7 and 8. I think that the zones with more than 5 plants are either double zones and they can technically spawn from 2 to 10 plants, but again, this is a speculation which I am waiting to confirm with the developers. Each video will contain the types of resources on the island, the number of zones per resource, as well as the minimum and maximum number of pieces per resource you can gather in a single run. Remember that the number of resources is based on luck and random generation. You might get lucky and have all zones with 5 pieces, or you might have them all with 1. For all expeditions, I suggest you use Shrike Lantern for faster movement, unless you need your lantern to help you defeat the behemoth first. Let us start with the first expedition island, Aulric's Refuge. The island has 13 resource zones and has the following 4 resources available on it: Skybloom with 4 zones, Rotwort with 3 zones, Iron Thistle with 3 zones, Dashleaf with 3 zones. The maximum number of resources you can gather is 65, the minimum one is 13. And on completion you get the following bonus resources: Skybloom 4 pieces, Dashleaf 3 pieces, Rotwort 3 pieces, and Iron Thistle 2 pieces. The time it takes to gather all resources is roughly 3 minutes and 34 seconds. The behemoths you can face here are Gnasher, Shrike and Quillshot. All 3 of them are tier 2 behemoths and they are easy to deal with and kill under a few minutes if you have tier 4 gear or higher. Depending on the gear you have, you can kill the behemoths between a minute and 5 minutes, summing up the total time to 4 minutes and a half and 10 minutes. Based on all these, I'll give Aulric's Refuge the following ratings. Speed rating is a 5, resource rating is a 4, difficulty rating is a 5, and overall rating of 5. This is everything for this video. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more like it, please give it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment if you want to discuss something or have suggestions and improvements for future content. Share the video as you see fit, and don't forget to follow me on Twitch and subscribe here on YouTube for more video game and music content.